SCP-053. Picture a 3-year-old girl playing with toys in a sterile white room. She seems innocent enough, capable of basic speech, slightly above average intelligence, generally pleasant disposition. But make eye contact with this child, touch her, or spend more than 10 minutes in her presence, and you'll rapidly become irrational, paranoid, and homicidal. Most of these violent feelings will be directed at SCP-053 herself, and affected subjects will attempt to kill her after first eliminating anyone else in sight. The Foundation keeps her isolated in a containment chamber where only one staff member may enter at a time, wearing full atmosphere suits with eye shields. No direct eye contact allowed, ever. When attackers finally reach her, they suffer fatal heart attacks or seizures seconds after inflicting damage, while she regenerates almost instantaneously from any wound. She remains completely ignorant of her deadly effect, playing innocently while corpses pile up around her. The most chilling aspect? SCP-082, one of the Foundation's most aggressive and hateful entities, becomes docile as a puppy in her presence. Whatever curse she carries is so profound that even a creature designed for destruction finds peace with her. She's the walking embodiment of tragic irony, a child who can never truly be loved without consequence. SCP-076. Deep beneath 200 meters of solid rock lies a 10,000-year-old stone cube covered in ancient engravings. Inside rests a 2.13-meter-tall coffin, bound by chains of unknown metal, and within that coffin sleeps something that should have stayed dead. When SCP-076-2 awakens, it resembles a lean Semitic male covered in occult tattoos and scars from countless battles. The Foundation calls him Abel. Upon awakening, Abel enters a zombie-like state and moves toward the nearest human, entering a killing rampage that continues until he's subdued or killed. What makes him truly terrifying isn't just his superhuman strength and speed. It's his ability to summon weapons from an unknown dimension. Footage shows blades made of completely non-reflective black material, appearing as black voids in space, weapons that vanish the moment they leave his grasp. During the worst containment breach, the Foundation was forced to detonate an on-site nuclear warhead, destroying the entire facility and all personnel. The stone cube survived. The Foundation even tried using him as an operative in Mobile Task Force Omega-7, until he grew bored and massacred his entire team. Death means nothing to Abel. When killed, he simply reforms inside his coffin, waiting to kill again. He's immortal rage incarnate, and every awakening is humanity's potential last day. SCP-3125. There's a room at Site-41 where the only safe thoughts exist. Outside this 10 by 15 meter chamber clad in lead, soundproofing, and telepathic shielding, lurks something that makes thinking about it a death sentence. SCP-3125 is an extremely large, highly violent metastasized meme complex, a living idea that kills anyone who conceives of it. It exists everywhere in reality, except for places specifically purged of its influence, making it subject to inverted containment protocols. If staff discover SCP-3125, antimemetic spider-like creatures emerge from bystanders' bodies to kill the observer before they can fully acknowledge the entity. The only escape is immediate amnestic treatment to erase all knowledge of its existence. Models show the entity is rebuilding itself at a creeping but unstoppable pace, gradually approaching full operational status. Since 1971, it's received unending electromagnetic communications from the Triangulum galaxy, 3 million light-years away. If it reaches full functionality, it would only take hours to completely dominate and replace human thought in an MK-class end-of-world scenario. The Foundation maintains a barrier array to intercept these alien commands because SCP-3125 isn't just a weapon. It's an omniversal cancer wearing the disguise of an idea, and thinking is its gateway to our destruction. SCP-082. In the depths of Armed Biocontainment Area 14 lives a man who thinks he's the King of France. The Foundation perpetuates this delusion because it's the only thing keeping SCP-082 cooperative. Standing at enormous proportions with a pointed, balding head, bulbous nose, and forearms measuring 71 centimeters in circumference, Fernand is both overweight and monstrously muscular. X-rays reveal countless bullets and even sword blades lodged in his flesh from years of failed containment attempts. Fernand refers to himself by name and speaks fluent French and heavily accented English. His demeanor is amicable and carefree. He enjoys dressing up in various outfits and will politely invite personnel to dinner. Here's the problem. He means it literally. At any random moment, SCP-082 can attack and voraciously devour others, often apologizing for his lack of manners while crushing skulls with his bare hands. His jaw is strong enough to crack bone, and he particularly enjoys eating skulls. Whether he's recently fed has no effect on these cannibalistic urges. He was likely kidnapped as a child by a showman who presented him to crowds, receiving lashes across his back that left permanent scars. Now he lives in his fantasy palace, playing dress-up and hosting tea parties. While staff pray they won't become his next course. Sometimes the most dangerous monsters are the ones who smile while they devour you. SCP-3199. Imagine a skinless, hairless humanoid standing nearly 3 meters tall, covered in a thin layer of albumin. SCP-3199 are sentient entities possessing both chicken and primate DNA, with dislocated necks allowing their heads to pivot 340 degrees. They can move at speeds up to 25 kilometers per hour and are considered aggressive predators. Contact with humans almost always ends in death and consumption. What makes them truly nightmarish isn't just their appearance, it's their reproduction. All instances carry one egg within a specialized stomach organ upon birth, ensuring species survival even through constant lethal assault. These eggs can withstand extreme blunt force trauma, pressure exceeding 180,000 pounds per square inch, high-precision blades, and long-term acid exposure. When damaged sufficiently, they immediately lay fertilized eggs that hatch rapidly into new threats. SCP-3199 was reclassified as Keter following a containment breach on October 6, 2017. The Foundation's emergency protocol involves flooding entire sites with sedative-treated water, as fluid appears to render them inert. They produce eggs to fill available space with no known limit, potentially causing an LK-class species transmutation scenario. They're biological weapons wrapped in a reproduction cycle designed to overwhelm any ecosystem. When you can't destroy the eggs and every death creates new life, how do you stop an invasion that feeds on its own extermination? SCP-2399. In 1665, astronomer Giovanni Cassini watched something impossible streak across space. He observed an object moving faster than anything previously recorded, surpassing the outer planets in fewer than 2 hours before crashing into Jupiter. That object was SCP-2399, and it's been repairing itself ever since. SCP-2399 is a massive mechanical structure currently located in Jupiter's lower atmosphere, using advanced antimatter weaponry to create the Great Red Spot. Computer models estimate it's at 59% completion with a current repair rate of 0.78% annually, increased from 0.12% in 1970. It releases octopoid repair drones that patrol Jupiter's moons, searching for missing components. Since 1971, it's received unending electromagnetic communications from the Triangulum galaxy, roughly 3 million light-years away. The barrier array prevents these messages from reaching SCP-2399 because when it was receiving repair commands from 1971 to 1985, its reconstruction accelerated dramatically. Foundation satellites monitor its progress, with orders to engage Protocol Legionnaire 5 if it exceeds 75% completion. The truth is terrifying. SCP-2399 was originally headed for Earth. It struck Io, became damaged, and was trapped by Jupiter's gravity. Jupiter experienced the doomsday that was meant for us. When it completes repairs and breaks free, humanity faces annihilation by a weapon forged in distant stars. SCP-3456. They emerge from hoof-shaped craters during humanity's darkest hours. SCP-3456, the Orcadian Horsemen, are quadrupeds resembling skinless horses with human torsos fused to their backs rather than riders. These entities materialize near sites of war, terrorist attacks, and natural disasters, with larger events spawning multiple instances. The largest recorded manifestation reached 30 meters in height and 15 meters in length. Each humanoid torso possesses arms with twice the height of the entity itself, ending in 5 sharpened bone digits that drag along the ground. Where human noses should be, they have holes capable of emitting 110 decibel screams. Direct observation makes them aware of the observer's location at all times, and they will pursue targets well beyond manifestation sites. They display adaptive intelligence, engineering situations to trap and torture victims through ambushes, luring, property destruction, and psychological manipulation. Survivors report instances stomping and breathing near hiding places for hours, deliberately exposing themselves to as many people as possible. Evidence suggests captured victims may become new instances, with one entity bearing a World War I crucifix and helmet embedded in its forehead. They continue manifestations until capturing sufficient numbers, at which point they dematerialize. Born from ancient conflicts, they're drawn to human suffering like moths to flame, collecting the traumatized and the broken to expand their grotesque cavalry. In our world's bloodiest moments, they ride again. SCP-049. He stands 1.9 meters tall, wearing the thick robes and ceramic mask of a medieval plague doctor, though these garments have grown from his body over time. SCP-049 speaks multiple languages and maintains a cordial demeanor with Foundation staff, but becomes agitated when he detects the pestilence. His touch causes all biological functions to cease through direct skin contact. After killing, he performs crude surgery using implements from a black doctor's bag with anomalously large internal space. These surgeries often create SCP-49-2 instances, reanimated corpses lacking memories or higher brain functions, possessing only basic motor skills. He genuinely believes he's curing humanity of a plague, showing frustration and remorse when his cure fails to eliminate the pestilence. When asked about the bubonic plague, SCP-49 stated he didn't know what that was. He detects this pestilence in healthy individuals, while claiming all humans have potential to be infected. On April 16, 2017, he killed Dr. Raymond Ham during an interview, converting him into an SCP-049-2 instance. The most disturbing question remains unanswered. What exactly is the pestilence he's trying to cure? Some theorize it's life itself, that he believes existence destroys human souls and must be purged. He insists he's humanity's savior, the only one capable of administering the cure to end all cures. And maybe, just maybe, he's right. What if we are infected, and death is the cure?
Subscribe for more interesting stuff. Tell us your experience in the comments.